that was the first time I experienced, like, you shoot it, and it, like, letting out its last couple, like, and I'm like, oh my God, I fucking killed it. Die already. I heard that. Really?
He wouldn't leave it open. He would make a fist.
No, it's you are allowed to hit a woman if it's open palmed.
Watch out.
Welcome back to the NuckolsDeep Podcast. Today we have ourselves here the greatest hunters in the Midwest. We have here Lexi Warner, and then we have Adam.
Howdy.
I forgot your Williams. Adam Williams. There it is, right there.
Willie Man.
Willie Man. I was gonna say Warner as well, but
whoa, man.
My brother.
Okay.
First things first on this podcast, just because we had a shit ton of technical difficulties to start, like my words here. We're going to go and open up these Twisted Tea Rocket Pop. Adam's got Hard Mountain Dew. He's going to give it a try. And we're just going to start off drinking, get the flow, and go from there. Whoa. That's really good.
That's some good stuff.
Which Mountain Dew do you have?
I'm guessing it's black cherry.
Black cherry?
More like kind of like code red.
How do you like your pop?
It tastes like somebody took a tea and took the freaking Rocket Pop and just
Melted it in there?
Yep, just tossed her in there.
All right.
And just let it sit.
Here's the first. All right. Real fast. Grab that microphone.
Yes. Slide it.
Yeah, like move the arm towards you.
You want it like that?
Yep. Now grab the mic itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're good.
That's the money one?
Yeah, because it just sounds
Okay.
like you're about.
Oh, all right, my bad, my bad.
No, but you're good. You're good.
She's
Going
First time,
good.
first time.
Listen. This is only episode 2 actually, where we had T-Dog. But today, we're gonna talk about a bunch of amazing shit. First off, that wasn't on the agenda. Lexi and Adam saved some kittens. So we got some local heroes now.
Yeah.
So you saved some kittens. Explain that whole situation. How did that come about?
So we were getting ready for work in the morning, and we were kind of walking out the back door, getting ready to get in the truck, and Adam stops me and he's like, "There's cats by my truck there," and I'm like, "You mean I thought there's full-grown cats?" And it's not uncommon for there to be a stray cat just kind of roaming around Golden. So I'm like, "All right." So I squat down.
Was kittens. They was
yeah.
kittens.
I squat down, and then these two really cute kittens come running up to me, and I'm like, man, I can't have 3 cats and 3 dogs. We've got a zoo going on over here. And unfortunately, one of them had some issues with its hind legs, and it didn't end up making it. And then the other one, which we call him Fuzz now, he actually pulled through. He's good. We got him checked out by a vet, and the vet said he was fine. And I guess the vet's best guess is he was up in an engine bay. So, PSA, please check your engine bays, or just do a walk around your car if you know that there might be kittens or something, because man, it's not a sight you want to see. Sad.
What was exactly wrong? How messed up was the?
All right.
It had no function in its back right leg.
And you guys didn't think about putting some wheels on it?
No, I ain't putting no wheels on no kitty cat.
We got a whole 4x4.
Was he hurting
Tires
at all?
are expensive, man.
He didn't have any feeling in it. Like, you know how if you picked up an animal and it was hurt, it would favor it and favor that leg or whatever, and it would obviously yelp, or it didn't even yelp, wasn't even phased. Like, I think it was pretty much like paralyzed, and it had some like infections and issues going on with its face. So I was like,
damn, bro. Yeah, we're gonna have to take you on back.
Old Yeller
style.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, nature's terrible. It makes you cry sometimes, but it be that way, I guess.
Have you guys ever seen the Nature's Metal Instagram page?
Yes, I've seen them, and sometimes I regret clicking the see more.
It's so bad.
Understanding it's age restricted.
It's 100% to where if you get somebody like city folk, basically, like who don't understand how nature is.
Yeah.
Show them this Instagram, and you'll find a hyena holding.
Nature is real brutal.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna find a hyena holding a monkey head. That's it, with one eyeball
Yep.
missing, and
Yeah.
then the one that I saw that got me pissed off the most was these people who left their dogs outside, and a pack of coyotes came and it slowly swarmed them,
Oh.
got them, dragged them away, and I'm like, bro, why do people suck?
That's why, kids, when I was turkey hunting the other week, I'll sit there.
Yeah,
Yep.
explain that story.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hunt by myself.
First off, she was scared shitless to go hunt by herself.
I was like, I'm not scared of the dark. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I start making my, walk in, and I get to this tall grass. These birds fly up out. Man, had a heart attack. I was like, ooh. Thought some monsters coming to get me. So if
Meanwhile, I'm getting text messages left and right of there's stuff in the dark here, and there's this weird light. And, oh, this bird scared the hell out of me, man.
Look, I was hearing some weird noises that I cannot justify to say was animalistic noises. All I can say is that it was definitely a monster. All right.
Bigfoot.
It was, yeah, it could have been Bigfoot. They're interdimensional demons, man. All right. I don't know.
I think they're in her head, but all right, we'll go with that.
There's ghosts. So anyways, I saw some demons out in the woods. They were making horrific noises. I get down and I hide by this bale, and I have deer come out, and no turkeys. Of course, what I'm there for, not happening. I have these deer come out. They kind of just look at me and keep on walking. They don't really care. Well, after a while, I had to go to work that day, so I'm like, yeah, nothing turkey-wise is happening. I called a few times, and then this pack of 3 coyotes just come, crossing down out of this holler, and I'm like, oh, yeah, turkey hunt has ended. So I'm watching them, and I'm like, all right, I can't hit them with a 12-gauge shotgun out at 200 yards, but if I call and they start coming to my turkey call, like my hen calling, they thought they were getting an easy breakfast. They come in, and I'd say it's probably maybe 80 yards, and I'm just like, let's sling one of these long-eared shells at them. So I just kind of put it on one and shot it, and that thing, I mean, he dropped on the ground, and I think it kind of peppered the other guy because he was not a fan of that. But that's why you got to take out coyotes, man. They tear up stuff.
I would say a lot of people don't understand, because at first I was like, oh, I don't want to kill a coyote. Like, why are you going to kill it? And then I realized, like, oh, they're trying to kill my dog.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to kill that before it kills me.
They
Or
eat
my little Rocco.
They eat hen eggs for turkeys. So if your turkey population's going down, you got a lot of coyotes on your land.
coons.
Yep.
Coons will eat your turkey.
That
eggs,
is the
too.
one animal, though, I don't want to kill.
It's tough.
It's. I'll have somebody else do
Got
it,
thumbs.
but
I think I'm the only one in the room that has no problem.
yeah, you do. You have all the problems in your head. Killing
Yep.
some turkey,
Yep.
raccoons, bro.
He showed me a picture on a trail cam that this guy had of a coyote taking down pretty much almost a full size deer.
Jesus.
Coyotes are
One coyote, or is it like a couple?
no, it was one coyote.
Damn.
I mean, coyotes are straight
Do you know that?
shoot at them.
Whenever I didn't know they were a problem in LA at all. Apparently they're a
In the
huge
city?
problem. Yeah.
Really?
They'll start. There is a couple in Chicago now, or New York City.
They're getting awfully brave.
Yeah.
The problem is like I said, not a lot of people, take care of them, and then they get roaming around outside of the woods and going into people's homes and yards, and laws in town, nobody can take care of them in town. So
And some people, like my mom and my dad, whenever they first got married and my dad was in the military, Mom said that she actually thought it was a mangy dog. She really did. So a lot of people might mistaken it for a stray mangy dog, not realizing it's a coyote. And they're like, oh, I'm not going to.
There's
Take
been a
care
lot
of
of
a dog.
TikToks of that. Some people are like, oh, let me just comb you. It's like, no, quit it. Leave it alone. There's a video of
I'll
this
comb
person.
you with some lead.
They're but yeah, no, that's why in the town of Paxton, they do not allow us to have chickens in our backyard. Because, I showed you my big yard. I'm like, hey, I want to put up a chicken coop. Come to find out, right when I decided to do that, there was a thing passed to where they forbid anybody in town from owning a chicken coop in their backyard
Really?
to prevent coyotes and foxes in your yard.
I learned this today Adam taught me this. You need to look up helmeted guinea fowl.
Helmeted?
Helmeted
Yep.
guinea fowl.
What is that?
All right, so
The
I'm sure
chicken
you'll
with a
pop a
helmet on?
picture up.
No.
Dog,
no.
it
Sounds like it.
It looks crazy, but apparently they like if you get them and you put them in your yard, kind of like if you had chickens, you don't have to worry about insects. They take care of mosquitoes, ticks, everything, and they chased away a UPS driver, like a delivery guy.
Yeah, they're
They're
very
better than guard
protective of
dogs.
their area.
What?
So a lot of people use them for around farms to keep the coyotes away and everything else. They will chase off predators.
That's great. Don't donkeys also?
Donkeys.
Yeah, because
Yep.
Dad's trying to get a donkey.
I'm
mess
gonna
with
pull
a
I'm gonna pull a
jackass.
picture just to show
All right,
you.
perfect,
I know it's
perfect.
for the pod, but
Well, no. Once you find it, send it to me too, so I can.
I'm
or,
showing
or
you.
send it
too.
to Kirsten or something. But no, that's what Dad's getting some donkey at his yard or his farm, and I told him once that donkey hits that ground, I'm never bringing my dogs over there because I feel like that donkey is gonna kill the shit out of it.
Nah.
Oh, I've seen him. Maybe not actually. No, it looks more like an emu almost.
They sound
Look.
really funny.
Yeah, dude, it has a hilarious. Like, look at its head. Look at that sucker.
Got a
It's
fucked
got
up
a
thumb
big-
on his
It's
head.
got a thumb or a big toe hanging off its head.
So what is so is that your craziest like hunting experience in that form of like you had to fight off some coyotes?
I don't really know if I've had any crazy. Yeah, I mean that probably. I think that was probably the like most scared I've been because
Well, yeah, like to
yeah.
where it's something else that can kill you.
Yes,
way.
yeah. That's the demon
Yeah,
from the
we
woods.
got it.
Ignore the
I to-
demon.
I told
Hey,
you.
I ain't got no gun on
that's
me,
the
so we can't
interdimensional
do
demon
it.
that came here from Adam's land.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door.
All right, so Adam, what was your? Because okay, so she listed hers here, but you've been hunting a lot longer. What is any near death incidents?
Near death experience.
I guess not saying she was gonna die to 3 coyotes, but like
What
say,
you're asking is
you have a
if
chance of
I've
getting
ever
bit.
been scared shitless.
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess.
woods?
Yeah.
The only time that I've really been scared shitless is I was hunting with my brother one time, and it was just getting dark, and we were inside the timber, and it was right when they started saying that they seen sightings of cougars.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
and my little 14-year-old little ass was like, I ain't getting near no damn cougars. Like,
Yeah, no.
you know. Well, my brother decided it'd be funny, pull out his phone and play some cougar sounds,
Oh, jeez.
and started scaring me shitless. And I want to get out of the woods, but then my first thought was, well, if I get out of this ground blind, then I'm not safe no more. So my ass ain't gonna run around a cougar. So,
Yeah, no, it comes down to that situation.
but nothing is really. I don't get scared too often out in the woods. I've been doing it so long that I just go from point A to point B. But there's been times, few sounds here and there that, you know, you're like, what the hell was that? You know, but I just keep head down and get to where I'm going and hope to hell the daylight comes.
Are you ever afraid of the demon deer? Will
No.
just sneak up behind you or climb up
Nah.
into your tree
He
stand?
comes there, I'll just pop a cap in his ass. It'll be all right.
Dog.
Have you seen the video of the guy in a giant like tree shed, like stand or something, and he turns around, there's a deer just standing there. It's just like, what's up? He climbed up the ladder.
He should have popped him.
It's either that or have you ever had to be in the situation where you have to fist fight the deer?
Fist fight a deer.
Yeah, I saw one video of that.
I'm
Well,
trying to
you know,
fist fight a
the
buck. They
only
got
time that
horns.
somebody should have fist fought a deer was when the time that my dad got ran over by a deer. That was a
What?
yeah,
We need boomer.
yeah.
We need
My
boomer
poor
for a
dad.
podcast.
We was doing a deer drive, and what deer drive consists of is, you know, get a bunch of hunters together. They go on one side of the property, start walking. They push the deer to the shooters on the other side.
Oh wow.
Well, my dad decided he's going to be a dumbass and sit on the trail. And here comes a whole bunch of deer, and next thing you know, boop, plows him over, and he gets up and decides, the hell with you, you're gonna at least get shot at. And he sends 3 rounds at him, doesn't hit a single one.
Damn
but
it.
he got ran over. So when you hear the song that Grandma got ran over by a deer or reindeer, my dad got ran over by a real deer. All right.
That's Jesus. No, there was a video storming around with this deer got up close, hind legs just sort of whacking the
Yeah.
shit out of the dude. So he's trying to fight it off. So you've never had so the cougar never came up
No,
or nothing.
no. Brother finally told me years later that it was him on his cell phone. So.
Oh, so you didn't know at the time?
No, I didn't know it was on cell phone. So we're walking out of the woods, and I still think I'm gonna get mauled by a cougar. And
Bro, that shit's wild. Cougars are weird.
I'm telling you, whenever you're walking into a tree stand in the middle of the night, middle of the morning, it is straight black, and you're walking in. The first time I was like going deer hunting by myself, I'm like, all right, and I'm walking into the middle, like the straight as deep as you can get, where they
In
gotta
the woods?
stand. Yeah, in the woods.
Ooh.
And I'm walking it by myself, and Adam's like, you can turn on a green light, but in my head, I'm thinking, if I turn on any light,
It's
an
over.
animal's gonna be like,
Hey, what the fuck is that?
yeah, but they say
Or
you can't
demon.
see it.
green
Yeah.
and red, that doesn't bother me.
I'm not walking in on red light, man. If I walk in with a red light, the demons are like, all right, party
Demon's
time.
like, brother.
No,
Yeah.
man.
Who's got the rave going?
Bro, there's demons in the woods for sure.
But if you look, right, and you see just like the outlines of stuff,
Shit gets wild, actually.
you got imagination.
That's your problem. Is your imagination goes too
Have
much.
you ever played basketball in the dark and then you shoot the ball and it bricks off and it goes into the darkness?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's where it's like, you know what? I guess I'm done playing for the night.
Yep.
I'm
So,
never.
so was you scared anytime we was walking out on your turkey hunt?
No, because I had 3 people or 2
Yeah.
people with me here, and we all had guns. Or I guess you 2 had guns, and I was just there
I mean,
with a gun or
even,
with a
even
hand.
with a gun in my hand, I'm like,
She's a wuss.
what am I? I'm not a wuss. Okay.
I think with a gun in my hand, it would be a lot different because it's like, all right, I can fight you. I won't be like in the movies
The
where
thing
people.
is, we was out one time checking trail cameras and cleaning off this thing, and I told her, I said, you take the flashlight, you go ahead of me and go grab the card out of the trail camera while I clean off these leaves.
That's like a scary movie situation
No,
right there.
Straight setup.
She starts coming back and she's like, there's something running in the woods over here. You know, I seen an outline. It was following my light and carrying on. I'm like, it's probably just a deer. Just keep on walking. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Did you have
Hold
radios?
on. No.
Oh,
Let me interject.
okay.
My POV.
Here
we go.
Walking in on the trail, right? And at first, I was like, I'm fine. Walking in. This is the same area I was going whenever I was telling you I went as deep as I could go to get to a stand in the middle.
Yep.
I'm walking, and I look to my right, and I see these 2 deer eyes staring back at me. And I'm like, okay, there's a deer there. Whatever. And obviously it noticed me. And so I'm going to continue walking thinking it's going to bump that deer and it's just going to run off. This deer continually stares at me, like makes eye contact like this, and walks parallel to me.
That's a skinwalker, brother.
Thank you. And so I'm like, that's a little odd, you know? I can't make this up. So then I'm sitting there and I stop, and the animal continues to keep eye contact and keeps walking. And then it cuts me off, and the trail's right in front of me, and I'm staring at it. Like, it's, from me to Adam, I can see this trail. The deer crosses, but I see no body. All I see are the eyes go across.
Because it was dark.
Hey, yo.
Adam.
Dude, you got skinwalkers in your yard, actually, and, I think I'm retired from hunting.
Okay, so I see that, right? So I run back.
You run? No, did you run?
Yeah, I ran, man.
You ran?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she
I'm-
come a barrel
dude,
into
I'm
there.
not-
It
I'm not
sounded
afraid
like
to
all
admit it.
hell was going to break loose.
I ran. I'm gone.
I don't blame you. Okay.
So anyways, we got this buck hut. Like a couple weeks later, we got this buck hut to get set up. We take it out there. We're setting it up. We're driving the stakes in. And I hear like a female's voice. And I'm like,
Ooh.
this is really weird.
Which
Yes.
I don't hear.
So I'm standing there, and I swear on my life, I heard a female voice out there. And I couldn't, like, it sounded like it was saying a name, right? And that's what was freaking me out. Because I'm like, Adam.
Lexi, come here. I got some twisted tea.
I got some
stuff for you, man.
So I'm getting scared, right? And Adam's just working away. And I'm like, Adam, I hear this. And he's like, it'll be fine.
Just
and
keeps
I'm like,
pounding away
yeah.
on the stage.
And I'm holding the light for him. And he's like, if you're scared, go sit in the truck. And I'm like, if I'm sitting in the truck, nobody's here to shine the light on you. The demon's going to come grab you out the dark.
Nah.
I heard them barking. I thought it was
That's
the chick.
what I'm
I thought
trying
it was
to
the
figure
chick
out.
for a second.
Oh.
She scared
She
me.
barking at you.
She's getting all worked up.
I don't think anyone's here. Hey!
That's the demon.
The demon's here, actually. All right. So you were with him
Yes.
holding the flashlight, and you were hearing the noises.
Yes.
This whole scenario is like a movie, a scary movie situation.
I can pull up the text receipts. I texted Ben, and was like, Ben, I'm hearing this. And Ben is immediately like, definitely Skinwalker. Immediately, always. And like I stopped responding because all right. So it sounded like it was getting closer.
Okay, so you're getting ready. Do you guys have guns at the moment?
No. See, the thing is, I've grown up in my whole life in the woods. So I'm not saying I don't believe in all that stuff. Because there's some weird, stupid shit out there.
Yeah.
All right, there is.
100%.
And I believe in ghosts. I believe in all that stuff.
Okay, I was just about to ask you.
Okay,
Too.
I've watched Ghost Adventure. I believe in all that shit. But I've grew up out there so long that if something happens, it does not even faze me.
You're one with the ghosts.
I don't even notice it no more. Like
he says, the best thing is just to not acknowledge it.
Yeah, don't even.
It's really hard to do when you're shitting yourself.
It's 100% actually probably the best advice you could get for that whole situation.
Yeah.
But I too.
It's hard.
Would be hard to be like, yo, there's a bitch over here with half a face. What am I supposed to do? Just don't look at her.
Yeah. So
don't make eye contact.
I have in the 2 years I've been hunting on this land, I have probably stories I could tell on both my hands.
Because how long have you been hunting so far? 2 years. Okay, I was
2
about to say.
years.
Did you just say that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
On that land is what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but 2 years from whenever I started, and I can tell you all of the weird stuff that I'm like, this is not normal.
Was that the only time that's happened, or has there been other occasions, or is that the worst of it so far?
That was the top 3 times.
Okay.
That I was like, this is a little different.
You get some demons in this bitch.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where you were like, or were you just like, oh, it's nothing? But was it something that made you double think?
I don't recall ever hearing any voices or, I've heard some weird screech noises before, or whatever. But half time I think they're like screech owls or some type of bird, and who knows? Could be some demon damn thing out there, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here
I'm there to do my job, and my job is go hunting. So I don't care. You get out of my job, all right?
You get out of my job.
All right.
Get out of my face, man.
I got to fill the freezer.
Yeah.
Get out my face.
I got a bunch of tags.
All right. So here, we'll put you in a situation. So say you're in a deer stand.
Okay.
You got a deer walking up. Perfect.
Right.
And then you get another deer walking up.
Okay.
So then now they're facing each other. And then one just starts talking to each other, to the other deer.
I'd probably laugh my ass off. Because, I've wondered all whole life, do animals talk to each other? I understand an animal grunting to, buck will grunt, a doe will bleat, or a cat will meow. But I always wondered, do they actually talk to each other?
I'm going to put my 2 cents in, and I know it's going to sound dumb. I always firmly believe that they're telepathic.
They could, yeah.
I could see it.
They just your pugs are sitting there looking at each other, and they're just having an internal monologue with each other.
So if 2 deer come up and started talking to each other, at first I'd probably be like, yo, what the fuck is that, man? Whoa. But then I'd probably all right, that's pretty damn cool.
It depends on the conversation.
Yeah, if they're talking about coming over and killing me or something,
if
they legit just walk up to each other and go,
this man's up in this tree here.
I'm
gonna go kill him.
Do you see this man up in this tree stand right here?
He's been sitting there for hours, ain't seen a damn thing, and here we are talking in front of you.
Now
I guess
if a big buck walked in there and looked at the other one, was like, did you see Chandra's titties last night? then it would be then I'd laugh, because I'd be like,
I guess in a better situation, that was a shitty example. A skinwalker situation where you hear somebody go, help, and then you're like, okay.
Nah, man, go help yourself.
Okay, so if you heard yelp, you wouldn't get down and be like, what?
It would. I wouldn't say I wouldn't, but it'd be hard. They say people can mimic family members, voices and stuff. It would probably be a little hard, but the first thing I'd do is probably call somebody and be like, hey, are you actually out here before I go start wandering somewhere for help? But, but.
Yeah, because there's some videos of it where they're in the middle of a hayfield.
Yeah.
And you'll just see the person just standing there, but you can't see him, obviously. Yeah. which is kind of weird. I think that's what makes it hard. It's like, oh, it's evidence, but it's also like, is it real?
I've seen ones where it's like it's at dusk and like it's an outline of a person, and yeah, you could fake this video.
Tree
you
stump.
could fake it.
Yeah,
It's
me
not
and
a
you
tree
could
stump,
go
it's
do
an
it.
actual outline of a human.
We can go do it
Right.
like tonight.
But they're yelling help, and like just the idea of like if I was walking out to a tree stand and I saw that and saw somebody yelling help,
Turning around.
my thing is I can run. I'm not the Flash. I'm not out running a demon. Okay, I'm gonna die.
This is true.
So my
Yes.
my instinct, which has always been my instinct, when I'm running and I feel like somebody's chasing me, I usually just fall down. I'm playing dead. I'm
You know,
done.
I don't
I'm
know
not
about that
outrunning
strat.
anything.
I don't know about that strat.
I'm not outrunning anything.
What would you do in that situation? Would you just?
My fat ass be running.
they say that if a bear
Or I'd be blasting one of the
They
two.
say
What's
that-
a
Oh yeah, you're
bear?
supposed to
Not
play
a-
dead.
Yeah,
if
that's
a bear is attacking you, you just
a bear though.
so if a demon gets me, I'm just gonna try my
A
hardest to be
demon
like,
will just crawl up in you, and then next thing you know, it Adam thinks you're in there eating dinner with him, but it's just a demon
well,
in a shell.
that sucks to be him. I was right.
Nah, then you're inside your own mind, fist fighting the demon, like I want control.
Open-handed.
So okay, good amount of demon talk.
Yep.
So since it's only been your 2 years, we'll get to you last. Out of how long have you been hunting?
Physically hunting with my own license and stuff, like actually doing it probably since I was 14, but I've grown up being around the hunting and being out there since I was probably 6, 5, 6, 7.
Damn. All right. So out of those, however many years,
I'm old. I
That's
know.
hard.
Yeah.
what would you consider being your best hunting story, or like the best day of hunting ever? Pretty much like your best experience, best day.
That's kind of hard. There's too many.
If you want Lexi to answer, because she has only 2 years to choose from,
Yeah, let her answer. There's too
All
many
right.
scenarios and stories that.
I would
Yeah.
go. You can choose through the top 5. You can pick one of them.
Okay.
But for Lexi, your 2 years of hunting, what has been the best moment of hunting?
Okay, I think so. Probably the best day of hunting would have been when I shot my first deer, which was a doe, and then my first buck on the same day.
Ooh.
Now that
I feel like it's rare to
Yeah.
get 2 in one day, but also I've only hunted once,
It
took
de-
a 2-year break.
depends on where your standards are
48
at.
hours.
I think. But that is right up there with like I always wanted to get it done or get my tag filled
Yeah.
super early in the morning and go lay back down in bed. So
I gotcha.
my first turkey I got like at 6:30 in the morning, smack dab, and I was
30
like,
minutes.
yeah, I was like, oh right, we're good, we're done. And Adam's like, no, actually I have a tag fill. So I was like, well,
You're stuck.
yeah. So, but I enjoyed that. But the day that I got my first deer, we were out sitting in a ground blind, and I mean we were not having a good first season of deer
No,
hunting.
it
I mean,
sucked.
we saw nothing.
Mm.
And I had sat, and it was cold too. So I was cold, freezing. I couldn't feel my toes, and I couldn't feel my fingers.
That's the worst.
Yep, nothing's coming in this area. And his brother was walking back to the farm to go do chores and feed cows for the day. Well, he texted us and said, "Hey, there's literally 2 does bedded, maybe like 150, maybe 200 yards behind you guys." And so Adam's like, be as quiet as possible, and we're going to have to spot and stalk because, like, we're not getting anything. So we get out of the ground blind. My legs feel like stumps. Like, I can't even tell, like, I feel that I have feet at this point. It just felt like peg legs walking. and we had to go down this hill and then up. And once we get up there, there's this, like, tree that had fallen over, and Adam's like, get your gun up. And I think it was like 75 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, got up 75 yards, and she's just kind of sitting there, just having a good nap,
Yeah.
Camera shut off.
Which one?
This one. It's that demon.
I'm
the
telling you,
fuck?
man. I'm telling you.
Really?
Interdimensional demons do not
Yes,
like...
it's off.
I interrupt this podcast with today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Uncle Fluffy's Beard Company. Now, I can tell you firsthand, this is probably some of the best beard balm I've ever used. I got a hold of this stuff about 2 weeks ago, and not gonna lie, my beard has been in the best shape it's ever been in its life. The ingredients for this amazing beard balm include shea butter, cocoa butter, beeswax, sweet almond oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, and essential oils. So you already know this is going to be some of the best quality you're ever going to get. So if you guys want to get some amazing beard balm and some other beard oils, you can go ahead, links in the description below. I highly recommend it. You will not regret it. Uncle Fluffy's Beard Company. Go check them out. Let's get back to the podcast. Bye-bye.
All right, we good? I'm gonna continue back to the stories. All right. So I'm creeping up this hill.
Oh man, she get deep in this one.
About 75 yards. Everybody come with me to my flashback. About 75 yards. I pull my gun up. I'm like, right? And I'm sitting there, and Adam's like, oh, he goes, can you see her? And I'm like, no.
She's blind.
So he's sitting there, and he's like, to your left. And I have the gun, like, way over here, right? And he's like, she's on the left. And I'm like, I don't see anything, man. And so he's like, looks over at me, because he's looking through binoculars. He looks over at me, and he's like, goes I was looking the wrong direction.
Yeah. Long ways. You is over here a mile away, standing right in front of you.
So anyways, I see her. You know, she's having a good time. She's like, man, today seems like a really nice day. And Adam's like, shoot her in the neck. And I'm like,
Now, hold on.
I got you, my boy. Whoop-ah!
I asked you first if you seen its head.
All right.
And seen its body. I didn't just go, shoot it in the neck. But yeah, that's where.
That's essentially, yes. Yeah. Shot her in the neck.
Best
bam.
place.
She said, man, this is a really nice day, and I'm out. and
Dead.
she took a nap right there.
D-E-D.
Yeah.
But then I had to say, let me get in on this.
Yeah. Adam is famous for, if there is another animal that is like you could harvest, he's like, move out of the way. Let me get on in on this. And he always does that. Like one day I was having like an awful day, and I ended up like actually getting to shoot a doe and get a tag filled.
Yeah.
And he like elbows me out of the way, and he's like, move out of the way. Because there was a second one, and he wanted to shoot. And I'm like, my God.
I think we're going to have to get t-shirts made that says, let me get in on this.
Yeah, that's what's
Yo,
Some
that would
hashtags.
sell so good. We'll start your guys' hunting channel, and then we'll go from there. That'll be your first shirt.
Let me get in on this.
Let me get in on this. Continue. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. This is your story. I'm not even there.
So anyways, we get him all taken out of the field after Adam took down her sister or whatever, and we go have some lunch, and we drop him off at the locker to get him all processed, and
Yep.
we come back out, and Adam's like, well, let's just go sit in this tree stand. And so I'm sitting there, and I don't see really much happening, and I think I kind of dozed off a little bit. Adam nudges me, and he's like, it's magic hour. And I'm like,
Yeah, wake the hell up.
so
Is that a thing? Magic hour?
Yeah, about an hour before sunset is, hour and a half.
prime
That's when you might
run.
want to start paying attention because
That's another shirt right there.
That's when Chandra's pulling out her titties.
Sandra, pull them
Sandra
out.
the deer,
I'm
yeah.
gonna chase you down, honey.
So anyways, he nudges me, and we're waiting for a little bit, and then we hear some rustling, and he's like,
Sandra.
yeah, she was coming. and he's like, you want to shoot a buck? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, if you tell me to pull the trigger, I'm gonna pull the trigger, man.
Yeah.
And so he's like, all right, he's coming in. And there's a doe he was chasing. He kind of comes down on the trail. Well, Adam's on one side of the tree, and I'm on the other side. And, of course, they're on Adam's side. So the entire time, Adam's like, do you see him? Do you see him? And I'm like, yeah, I can see him, but, like, I can't get a shot in on him. And so he's like, okay. And he keeps going, shoot him.
Get him.
And I'm like, I can't see him. I can't see him. And he finally steps out in the open, and I take my shot, and I get him. And he kind of runs down. We had to put another follow-up shot into him to make sure he went down. He's going down, but we wanted to make sure we didn't have to do, like, a huge track job. So, being able to shoot my first deer, like being a doe, and then shooting my first buck the same day was a really like.
That is pretty sweet.
I mean, it's
actually.
pretty sweet. Yeah. That's not gonna be a day I forget. And then I had to sit in the dark while Adam went and walked out to the truck, and I sat there with my dead deer and just waited for the skinwalkers to get me.
I always thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was always like illegal to shoot the doe.
Really?
I don't know why. I was told that, so I was like, anytime I saw
You were
somebody
probably
shoot it,
told that by trophy hunters.
probably.
Well, yeah. So you can get just a doe tag or an either sex tag.
Okay.
So a doe tag is gonna be like an antlerless only tag, and
Yeah.
then in either sex you can tag either a doe or a buck with it. And most of the time, people are trying to hold out for bucks, but does are better eating. They got tender meat.
See, I didn't know this because I was just told like you never want to shoot a doe. I'm like,
No,
all right.
I love big
Yeah,
bitches.
I like
heart
slick
big
heads.
bitches.
Yep.
slick heads.
Slick heads, what they call them. Yep.
My first deer actually I thought was a doe. So when I shot it, I was like, I already broke the fucking rules. Damn it. Because I was up in the tree stand and this fucker came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden made it, like, got up all the way to me and then started like I'm right here, and sat there and stared at me. And I'm like, okay. Shot it, it dropped. And then that was the first time I experienced, like, you shoot it and it, like, letting out its last couple, like, and I'm like, oh my God, I fucking killed it. Die already. So anyway, an hour goes by, we get up to it, and then the person I was hunting with was like, well, this is a buck. Like, what do you mean there's no antlers on it? Like, oh, they rotted off. So this fucker antlers rotted off of it, and I was like, well, that's
It was a
cool.
button buck then.
Probably.
Yeah.
It just either like just happened or a couple days later it just happened. And then we discovered it had a broken leg in its front. Broken front
You did
leg.
that man a favor.
Yeah.
And it had an infection in its ass. And we found the arrow. It got shot in the ass with an arrow.
Hold
It was
on.
infected, had pus all on it.
Then. Sure that wasn't
Hold up.
Lexi's.
It
Hold
could've
Lexi
been.
shoots in the ass too. In the
You, my friend, shot a buck that's on our wall like 6 different times.
Yeah, I
in the ass.
I did. I'll be honest, I did. But in my defense, the arrow rest on the bow was not working properly. So instead of my dumbass going, hey, this is not working right, quit shooting arrows at it, get down on a stand and take care of it.
Yeah.
I just keep sending arrows. Yeah, don't be me. Kids, don't do that at home. All right?
And in my defense, okay, is the first time shooting a bow. Not first time ever shooting a bow, but first time bow hunting.
Yeah.
In a
Hell
stand.
yeah.
And I pulled back, and when I let go, I went like this. And the arrow went where my hand went, and it went in its ass.
Damn. I got her right in the heart. Ass.
I mean,
I don't know what happened.
She's in our freezer. Successful hunt.
Yeah, this deer actually came up to me and was like, "Hey, please kill me. Like,
Yeah.
just do it."
Take care of me, man.
If
And-
you deer hunt with us, like we had this one, it was another landowner's land that was letting us hunt, and I shot a doe, and there's 2 other does with her, and the one I shot was like dropped instantly. I mean, done.
Those are satisfying.
Right. And Adam was like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Because like whenever I hunt, I don't know if I'm like.
The other one was scared shitless and
But
took off running.
I like my hearing just like goes away. Like you know how people get tunnel vision? I have like tunnel hearing. I
Oh,
don't hear
yeah.
anything.
Everything goes away for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the other does with her, whenever she got dropped, were like, meh.
Ah.
And then
Taking
they took
off
off.
running, scared shitless.
They took off, and I was like, "You didn't hear that?" And I was like, "No, I'm glad I didn't."
Just their babies going like, "Fuck, mom."
No.
Fuck
Let me get in
you.
on this.
Yeah. Get in on it.
All right. Right before we get into Adam's amazing hunting story, or you already opened up your Baja Blast.
Bah, ha, ha, ha.
I've never had these. Lexi's drinking. I'm apparently thirsty as shit because I've finished this Rocket Pop and then this High Noon Peach, and now I'm ready for this.
Now the cherry and the Baja, that's really hitting it. So.
Okay, I've never. Is this just the regular Mountain Dew?
Yeah, it's regular.
Yeah, I got
Regular.
OG also, as well.
Is it just what type of alcohol? Is it like a vodka? You think, or contains alcohol? Cool. I like the logo.
Is it like a hard seltzer or something?
I don't. Is it
I
a hard
don't-
seltzer?
Hard soda.
I guess it is a hard.
It says used during pregnancy.
You what?
Yeah.
Use?
No.
Will not cause birth defects.
Hell yeah.
If you drink this while you're pregnant, he will come out loving NASCAR.
It's Kyle.
More than
His
the
name is
brand.
Kyle.
Don't be picking on no NASCAR, all right?
Race up, race down.
Be like Eric Cartman, dip and badge yourself.
Not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
That tastes like Mountain Dew to me.
It does taste like Mountain Dew. Then you got like the wave of whatever alcohol they have in here.
Yeah.
Like
See,
what
this
is
Baja? Just tastes like Baja.
Blah, blah.
Baja.
I can't get that out of my head. But what kind of alcohol is this? You think?
The kind you drink.
Well,
First off,
I don't know.
what exactly is alcohol? Cleaning supplies.
it depends on what type of alcohol you're thinking about. I
Exactly.
guess.
That's why I'm trying to narrow it down.
So, you could have alcohol that would be like fermented grapes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
So-
wine.
I was say, that's wine, right?
wine,
Then you got the
So-
Jack Daniels.
which is a whiskey, right?
That's a whiskey.
Yes.
So
And
then
then-
would this be like vodka type?
Probably.
It's probably a clear alcohol of a sort, probably vodka.
Because like I've always like, oh, alcohol, but it's all like, what is the alcohol?
Yeah,
You know?
It's a secret.
rubbing alcohol.
Did you see the Jack Daniels? What was it? Virus?
The what?
Fungi
the
growing on
fungi.
the fungi.
Oh, yeah, on the whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
Fungi growing on the whiskey barrels.
and it was
in
like growing in
Nashville.
the town and everything
Is
too.
that why it tastes so good?
Yes.
Got mushrooms growing inside.
No, like it doesn't do nothing to anybody, but it's just like
You would think the alcohol content would kill that.
you would think. But anyway,
Well, The Last of Us.
Maybe they're skimping.
that's what I think. That's why it became such a big. Cause I don't think it was an actual issue, but when the Last of Us show dropped,
Yeah.
all the fungi type viruses started popping. Like, we'll get views on our news station if we produce this story.
Yep.
And shit.
Fucking
Anyway.
government.
All right, Adam, it is time. Have you thought of your best
Yeah,
hunting story ever?
I'd say I could go into a whole bunch, but like one of my favorites is probably. We got some demons over there.
I don't know what happened.
Watch it, lady.
I just want goldfish.
Probably my favorite hunt. I'm more of the type of person that anymore I like taking new people. Like when we took you turkey hunting, that was way more enjoyable to me than actually.
That was a lot of fun.
You know, so I've taken kids youth hunting before and had great success for turkey season, but probably the most I was excited was getting her bird in 30 minutes.
Damn.
And I mean, went in there and had multiple birds right on top of us, gobbling, carrying on, and then he come right into the decoys, and it was done in 30 minutes, and she's sitting there in daze, like, what the hell just happened? And I'm over there, like I was with you, having a high-speed come party of excitement.
Oh yeah, it was wild because in the video it was like, oh, I didn't even feel you hit my head or my back. And I was just like, he's dead.
I mean that's that's one of the most memorable ones too, is getting people's first. But like if I had to choose one of my own hunts,
Yeah.
I'd probably say my first buck, because it was actually my first bow kill and my first buck on the same, it was literally the first time I went bow hunting and killed a buck. And my brother, is before I had a cell phone, so we had walkie-talkies. And my brother was sitting down a ways from me. Well, he didn't have his walkie-talkie turned on. So I literally started yelling in the woods my brother's name. And kind of creeped him out a little bit that he heard his name getting yelled at.
Skinwalker.
Yep. So he gets on radio and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I shot a buck, man. Like, get your ass on up here. Let's take care of this." He's like, "I got deer in front of me." So I just killed a buck.
This is
Let's do
my
it.
moment.
Yeah, this ain't about you.
Don't rain on my parade, man.
Let me get in on this.
Let me get in on this. But no, I've got so many success stories that we could sit here for hours, you know. But those are probably one of the most memorable that we'll never forget, obviously.
It's always the first one.
The funniest about, like, whenever I shot my first turkey, so we had your gun out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And I didn't have mine out the window and ready to go. So, like, you obviously saw when we were sitting in that ground line how tall that super black eagle is with a, is it 28-inch barrel, I think?
Your
is
gun,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting the fucking roof. And
Yeah. And so, like, trying to get that out and then up and out I had a hard time. And I was like, you know, because I heard him where we were sitting, the creek was, like, right next to us.
Okay.
And he had to fly across the creek to get to where we were at.
Yep.
So, remember whenever you heard, like, the wings of, like, one flying down?
I actually didn't. You guys kept saying, like, "Oh, I heard him flop." I was like, I don't hear shit, guys. I don't hear nothing.
I understand that feeling. Once you kind of, like,
I think if I heard it once, then I'd be, like, in...
It's kind of like the owl. Did you finally realize what the owl was?
Yeah, at first, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
And then you're like, is that an owl? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I started listening more. I was like, oh, okay, I can hear it now.
When I heard those wings, that's whenever my hearing was, like, just, like...
It's the Saving Private Ryan on the beach moment.
Yep.
To where
Yeah, and that's whenever I was, like, shaking trying to get it out, and Adam had to, like, shove the barrel out, and that's whenever I was sitting there, and Adam said, like, they were spitting and drumming, and I was like,
They're spitting on me now?
I was like, this man did not have a drum set out there, just doing that. I was like,
drum boy walking the fucking turkey out.
He was not doing that. So that, I don't know, like, whenever we got yours, I was like, man, I'm so glad we had the gun out the window, ready to go. But my luck is if we had the gun out the window, ready to go, the bird would have never came in.
The only thing I wish on your hunt was he would have came in and had
Closer?
full strut, and you got the show of him actually working in the decoys instead of that Jake being scared shitless, wanting to stay out there. But that's all right. That boss load right there took care of it. So,
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Right there. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. Please do.
When they're roosted, like, right above you, and you hear them gobbling, it sounds so much different compared to, like, when they were far away. Like, they were closer the second day whenever you were hearing them.
Yeah. I heard them a lot that day, for sure.
But if you were, like, right underneath them, if we got in real early and they were gobbling, like, it probably would have made your heart, like...
Usually that was you saying.
You should have been with me, what was it, Saturday? Two Saturdays ago? Anyways, I was by myself. She went to work, and I was by myself, and I got up on some birds, and I literally had one probably from me to you behind me.
Damn.
And never got a shot because he obviously is behind me, and I was sitting in the open. But I had at least 4 birds gobbling their heads off at a thunderstorm coming rolling in.
Ooh.
And then almost got a shot off one, and then a big lightning strike hit right next to us. And the gobbler said, well, hell with this. My dumb ass is still sitting there wanting them to come in. But, but next year, we get you out there next year, whatever. Hopefully we can
That would
get
have
them in
been
closer and get them gobbling and make it more.
That would have been badass if you got the shot off with the lightning strike.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been the shit.
He was texting me while I was at work, and I was like, really?
Fuck you.
Nothing this cool ever happens.
And
Like,
I found
almost-
mushrooms, too.
I
so.
almost got murderized by a demon 3 times.
Bro, not gonna lie, out of the hunt that you guys took me on, first day, yeah, it was cool. I shot my first turkey. Second day, I had a shit ton of fun. The stalking process of where we made a game plan and we're walking in, and like, yeah, I did get super wet because of the grass, but it was a lot of fun actually just creeping up on them. Yeah, we didn't get to shoot none, but
I wish we would have had the success that day of creeping up on them.
Bro, we have the story.
Because to have the success of like creeping up on them, climbing up that hill, and then like getting it done, would have made that like, man, this is crazy. Because that's how my first like deer kill went.
Yeah.
Was you have to stalk this animal, and that actually felt like I was hunting, not just like I'm in a tree, I'm conveniently in the good spot.
I'm a pine cone. Don't mind me. No, the whole sadly they got away. But in my mind, I really just wanted to be like, yo, let's just start running at them.
I thought, I think the same.
Fuck it. We'll, Revolutionary War style. Start charging them.
I may be fat, but I don't think I can run that fast.
Yeah, I've never seen them run. I guess the Jake a little bit, but not. I haven't seen any take off. And like you guys say they fly, which I'm sure.
The turkeys are not very good flyers, but
They
if
get
they
up.
get up and they get into the wind, they can glide for a long.
It's like a paper
ways.
airplane.
Yep.
Damn.
The week before the beginning of turkey season, we were out shed hunting, and I was walking by myself. I bumped 2 turkeys. So in my mind, I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a good turkey season for me. Like, I'm gonna get something. And one was over on the east side where, like, nobody had been. And it waited until I was, like, on top of it for it to pop up, and it flew off. I watched it, and I was like,
Cool, bro.
okay, yeah, that's sweet. And I was like, still haven't found any deer sheds. And so, like, continued to walk, and I literally, like, climbed up the side of this freaking hill and found a turkey feather, and I was real pissed off. I'd been walking for 2 hours and had not found a single shed but turkey feathers, and I was kind of mad at Adam. So I was grumpy.
Typical.
I was grumpy with him, and I bumped another turkey, and this one flew off too. And I was like, I swear to God, if people just follow me around, they can find turkeys, but they're not going to find any deer sheds. But whenever I'm turkey hunting, I'll find deer sheds.
Ah, yeah.
It's
Deer
awful.
sheds are the antlers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always heard like shed hunting.
Yep.
First thing that comes to my mind is you're looking for a shed to buy. An outdoor shed.
I can see it.
An outdoor shed. But then people are like, oh, they got antlers. Shed hunting. I'm like,
And
So you
and
found-
sheds are so expensive. People buy them.
antlers?
Yes.
Okay.
Antlers, yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, not sheds.
No, it's mainly for
Yeah.
the listeners or
Antlers.
viewers if they didn't
Deer
know.
antlers or elk antlers, any bone antler, period, people will buy for chandeliers, for lamps,
They make rings out of them.
rings.
Is that what yours is?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's got deer antler around it.
Yo, the ring that me and her looking at that I want, it's whiskey barrel. Jack Daniels. It's
And
called a Cooper.
called Cooper.
It's called a Cooper because the people who make barrels are called Coopers.
Dog, that's like made for them.
I was like, yo, I need this ring
And it's
right
got
now.
like a little bit of gold in it.
Yeah.
To match mine.
Ours is matching. His got deer antler around it and a gold band kind of too. Yeah.
But like, there is people out there that gets real serious into walking miles to find deer antlers,
That's wild.
and they make good money selling them deer antlers for dog bones. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the market for antlers, and I had a big tote one time that I've found a bunch over the years, and I had a friend that was like, "Hey, he's a big shed hunter. I'm gonna come look at all what you got, and see how much it's worth." Stuff.
Yeah.
Just a big tote.
Yeah.
He paid me like $300 some odd for that tote, and he said the sets, so full on match set that I have sitting on my decoration tables and stuff. He said you can get anywhere from $300-400 up to $1,000 depending on sets.
That's actually wild.
But the problem is you walk miles and miles and miles to find all this stuff, but you can find a good set, make $1,000.
It's about like a job. You work all them hours just to get paid almost the same type of deal situation.
Yep.
I mean, could you? You probably couldn't do it year long, couldn't you?
No,
Only certain
No.
seasons.
they only start dropping about end of the winter and in the beginning of spring. So there's like 3 months that they're 3-4 months.
This is another part-time job, basically.
Yep.
If you look at it that way.
That's why we're incorporating some of the deer sheds that he has, and our wedding a little bit. I was like, I don't want to make it look tacky, but like it'd be kind of cool just to have them somewhat throughout there.
Yeah. You're gonna have that's the only style of hunting themed in your wedding, or do you guys have like a camo cake or
No.
She wouldn't let me do that.
What?
This is not. This
Well,
is
it's not like
the camo tuxedo at prom. Okay.
I was about to ask that, but it's about like her. She
I
won't
even
let me
asked that though. I asked
Did-
if I
did
could
you
have
ask?
camo, and
You didn't want no camo. You didn't want to
No.
wear a camo dress,
Absolutely not.
bro. You're
she
a
didn't
hunter.
have
That's
to wear
disgusting.
anything
Nah.
camo. Just
Hold
moi.
on. Editing Cooper. Just Google an image.
Oh, no,
of
there's
a,
one up.
of a chick.
There's one up on the screen. Whoever
Yeah.
it's on. Oh, I guess it's
Just-
on me now, but
Just check it out. That's not what I wanted it to look
well,
like.
yes, people did that at homecoming and prom,
I
but
did that.
we-
I did
We
that.
did.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna
And
get
my
into
and my date thought she was doing a really great job of matching, and no,
She had the shit camo.
it wasn't even camo. It was just like brown, and yeah, we're not going into
No
that.
leaves at all. Damn.
No leaves, no nothing.
I'm not gonna
So-
roast Adam and his prom experiences.
Hey, I looked sharp as hell. All right,
So on the
you're
top,
marrying me. I mean,
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna spill the tea.
what tea?
oh, this ought to be good.
Spilt.
Oh,
Adam took this girl to prom on his like junior year, right? There was this,
And she ditched me.
and she ditched him.
what
Okay.
on the
It-
camo?
And I
It
took
is-
one
The
in-
camo?
on my
let
senior
me
year,
finish. Let me finish.
and she
Okay.
ditched me too.
Okay. It was two friends, and him and his friend took the girls to prom on their junior year.
Him and his friend.
Yeah.
We were idiots.
And they
Okay.
they ditched them both.
Oh,
And then
Yeah.
on their senior year, they swapped.
No. I took the other one. He didn't take the other one though.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
he swapped and tried the other girl,
Yeah,
and she ditched
I
him
fucked
again.
up. Yep.
He got
So
ditched twice.
what the moral of the story is? Don't do that, kids.
yeah, I could see that.
Just so you know,
If
it took
she
forever.
ditches you once, get the hell out.
It took him forever to buy me a dinner, and this man got
Whoa,
ditched.
hold
He
on.
was
This
afraid
man-
you were gonna ditch him.
This man
Damn,
got
we're
ditched.
getting it deep over
That
here now.
man got ditched by a prom date twice, and he bought them both dinner. The first night
It's all a
he's
little
hanging out
gun
with
shy,
them.
all right?
I mean, I don't blame it. You get ditched twice. You're like, fuck all y'all.
Dollar menu, man. That at least made me happy.
We going to McDonald's. You get a 10-piece. That's it.
She wants
We'll start with a
20-piece
4-piece.
sometimes.
Yeah, we'll start with a 4-piece, bro. No,
I know her order, all right? I know
her order.
Yeah.
What's your order? McDonald's order.
20-piece McNugget,
It depends.
large fry, and a Diet Coke.
It depends on the day. If I've done good calorie wise,
Yeah.
I'll do a 20 piece
Or a medium.
with a medium fry, and if I've cut her close, 10 piece medium fry.
Is that considered your cheat meal, or
I don't have cheat meals.
you're just on the flow?
I'm just
That's kind of where I've been
trying
at,
to pay attention to what I put in my face.
bro.
But by
It's-
having days like where I drink.
that's kind of where, because yesterday I kind of folded
Yep.
because someone brought in donuts for work.
Mm.
I was like, well, I was doing good, but I'm gonna have me a donut.
Life's short. You could die tomorrow.
Bro,
You know?
let me tell you, I went back to the old days. So I had the donuts, right? 3 donuts for breakfast. Got off of work. I was kind of hungry. I had to wait on her to get home. And I saw these, I got hot dogs in my fridge. I was like, all right. Put 1 hot dog in the microwave. And then, have you ever had those moments where, like, you black out for, like, 5 minutes? Next thing you know, 3 hot dogs are down, done, gone.
Nah, I always
Gone
know what I
within-
do.
Wait for this. Just wait. There's more.
Oh, Lord.
What do you mean?
Had
There's
more.
more? Oh, I
The
did. Well,
glizzy gobbler.
I had 3 glizzies. They just blacked out. I came back like, ugh, what happened? Then I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll go shower now. Showered, got out of the shower. Like, well, I still got to eat dinner. Heated up the leftover spaghetti. And then also put in some garlic bread in the air fryer.
2 pieces.
2 pieces of garlic bread. So I had a bowl of spaghetti.
No, you had
I
2.
had 2 bowls of spaghetti with the 2 garlic breads. And then I sat there for a minute like, God damn. I'm bringing back my old fucking nickname, and which was Pudge.
Hey, you know what's funny about that?
What?
Your name was Pudge and mine was Skinny. All right.
Were you skinny?
No, damn right I was not. But I embraced it. I embraced the skinny name.
It got to a point when I was Pudge. The problem was I was called Pudge, but then people would help me continue to stay as Pudge. So say my Park District baseball game. I'm sitting in the dugout just waiting for my turn to bat or for everyone to strike out, and then I go out in the field. Then I get Tom comes in. You want some Skittles and a hot dog? Damn right I do. In the fifth
Give
inning,
me some of that, man.
I'm supposed to be in the batter's box, and I'm eating a hot dog, and my dad's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I got a free hot dog."
I blacked out and ended up with 3 wieners in my mouth.
At least it's in your mouth. Okay.
Shit was wild. But no, that was my all right, that was my cheat day. And then yeah, I'm drinking today, but bro, I haven't had a hot dog I think since I was Pudge. Damn, brought back flashbacks, and I think I just need to stay away from hot dogs, to be
Had
honest.
hot dogs.
we had the hot dog.
No one's supposed to know that.
We had the hot dog at that stadium when we were that real long one.
What stadium was that?
Coney?
No,
it
Tampa?
was Tampa. I was walking down. We were walking down. I was so happy. I mean, the hot dog was like
It was a foot-long wiener.
It is a foot long wiener, and this sucker, I tripped walking down the stairs, and I watched my wiener roll, and it just goes. It just
Her
keeps,
wiener
it
pulled
just
a slinky.
Keeps going, man. And I ain't too proud. I paid $12 for that wiener. I picked it
Sounds
up.
like a cheap
I
winner.
picked it up and I washed that sucker off, and I ate it.
Yeah.
You eat that wiener.
Not the proudest moment, but that $12 is $12.
It was a
I don't care what
fucking
disease I get.
expensive wiener, bro.
Yeah.
Shit was wild.
You do what I gotta do.
We went and bought that, and then we got on the Jumbotron because DJ K Young was doing whatever. What day is it? Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's Saturday. I was about to say let's call DJ, but she's probably doing a show. Where are we at?
We're talking about wieners.
Well, yeah, I got that.
You said we got on the Jumbotron.
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 wieners.
No, I mean that segment's done basically.
Yeah.
Where we at on time?
Blank.
An hour, 2.5.
That's been an hour.
Yes.
Damn,
I think we got some pretty good content.
we got some pretty good runs
Is
right
there
there.
any topic we want to hit? Williams, do you feel like there's anything you want to hit? Anything you want to talk about with Cooper?
You know what Cooper wants at our wedding?
Oh yeah, do you know what I want at my wedding?
Yeah, you midget wrestling.
Yeah, bro.
Micro wrestling.
What's
You
wrong
gotta-
with
yeah, you gotta say
micro wrestling
Micro wrestling.
at my
Let
wedding?
me be politically correct. Micro
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah, before you get
Yeah,
canceled.
don't
Yeah.
call him a midget.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, well, you just said it.
Edit it.
I said don't.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Yeah, so at our wedding, this is what I have planned out for this fucking amazing wedding. So, ceremony goes down, and this is going to be at the Pablo's. I don't know, have you taken them to Pablo's yet, the Mexican restaurant? It was an event center connected to the building. We're doing our wedding in there.
Probably.
Pablo Catering. We're going to have tacos,
Oh,
Queso
all
fountain.
this shit.
We're gonna have a queso fountain.
queso
Deadass.
fountain,
I'm jealous.
taco bar.
I'm jealous. I wanted to have something like that at ours.
Well, hey, come on down and
Whole Williams family hates tacos. They hate
What?
Mexican food. They
What
do
the
not.
do you like
Fuck.
tacos?
No.
Do you
Listen,
like
I'll eat
tacos?
'em.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
His family considers. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
Sidebar. His family considers if you take tortilla chips, toss them on the plate, sprinkle some cheese on it and some meat, Mexican food. And like
I mean, it's nachos, but fuck.
that's not Mexican
Walking
food, man.
tacos,
I need
nachos.
an authentic Mexican food. Toss some chorizo on
I
it.
need
If
the
you go to
beans and
Mexican-
rice.
Yes.
No,
I
You need the Mexican
Salsa.
rice. You need the
Yes,
Mexican
yes.
rice because you got panda rice, then you got the Mexican rice. It's different.
So, anyways, I'm definitely RSVPing to y'all's wedding.
Oh no, yeah,
Just to let
you
y'all know,
will.
You don't even need to.
You
I'll be
guys
there.
will be there for sure. What was I about to say? Oh no. Anyway, ceremony happens. Then we move on to the reception. We get our food. Once everyone gets their food, micro wrestling starts. So you get to eat and a show. We got one match. It's gonna be somebody. So 2 micro wrestlers having it out in a match.
Why don't you get in there? You got some of them WWE belts you can go wrestle for.
Bro, I would definitely do it in a heartbeat.
It seems like it's like a wedding version of medieval times.
Exactly.
It'd
That's
be
what
like
I want.
dinner
I'd
and
wrestle
a
you
show.
for one of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll do that for a video.
How much money do we actually have to get you to do like a fan?
What?
Have you ever
Be
seen those
honest.
gender reveals where they had like 2 people
Yeah.
wrestle for it? I actually might come in
Get a
contact.
trampoline. I'll kick your ass.
Well, I might buy a fucking ring. A
He
rest.
kick his ass. It's his wedding day.
What's and I
I
don't
didn't
give a
say it
shit.
was on his
I don't
wedding.
give a shit. He can pull a heel moment.
Oh my god.
Be like, oh, I'm here for you. Then kick my ass. But no, like a wrestling ring's only like $1,200, and I've
Yeah.
thought about buying it, but it's gonna be really loud for the neighbors. I'll invite the neighbors, like, hey, you can wrestle in here all you want. 'Cause they have kids. Will I be the weirdo to invite all the kids to come wrestle in the
A
wrestling
little
ring?
Come here, boy.
Ew.
Boy, let me put you in a sharpshooter.
Let me give you.
You ever been hit with a frog splash?
What's that?
You jump off the top rope.
You never seen a frog splash? What the hell?
Look like a frog off the top rope. Well,
It's WWE
But no.
talk, all right.
We're not having that.
yeah, she don't want it. This is bullshit.
I get untraditional, but micro wrestling is not it.
Listen, I want to go completely out of the box to where people go, "What the
Well,
fuck is happening?"
Just you showing up is out of the box, all right.
100%. Are you guys excited for your wedding?
Yeah. We're like at the 4-month mark and some change now.
Yeah, it's coming up, and I gotta start.
148 days.
Yeah,
I gotta start losing some weight.
It's actually like
You tell me.
I was telling him, I'm like, at the beginning of the year, my sister's like, oh, I want to plan your bachelorette trip for like May, and I'm like, man, that seems so far away, right?
It's next week.
And now it's next week, and it's like,
What's fucked up is I'm going.
hey,
What?
man. Well,
I'm here for the drink.
it'd be me, Gwen and Hannah if it was that. So we got to add somebody in there. To
We all
make
know
us
Hannah's not
laugh.
much of a partier.
We got to make somebody laugh. so.
Shit. We're not going to go down that so.
I will say though, I do have some high expectations. I hope that it tops Gwen's. Just in the
What was Gwen's?
okay, so it's not even like content of like what we were doing wise. Like Gwen's, we went to Indianapolis, rented an Airbnb,
Mhm.
and we went to like this haunted house type deal, which was like an interactive.
Asphalt Cowboy's calling you.
That's all right. Did it mess up his camera?
No,
Okay.
All right.
it just popped up on
It's all right.
So
Yeah, I'll get it.
there's like this interactive haunted house you could go into,
Oh.
which was actually pretty baller. It's where I got you that.
Oh shoot! Really?
Yeah, that's where I got you that. Macho Man, right? Is that what it is?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Woo!
Sorry, Ric Flair. I'm
Come on, get it right.
kind of retarded.
You got Ric Flair, and then you got the Poncho Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, anyways, we did that, and then went back to the Airbnb. We did have a spa day, so we went and I would not say molested, but the lady definitely physically battered me. She kicked my ass while I was laying there on the table.
The massage.
The massage,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I said light. We filled out the thing, I was like, I don't even want to be here, man.
Did she
Just
see the
don't-
Ric Flair painting and go, all right?
Just don't touch me, Yeah, she WWE'd me. She put some rocks on my back that were like burning through my back, and then
Ooh.
she was like
you.
so hard on me. She was like beating on me so hard the rocks fell off, and I'm sitting there like, do I need to grab these and toss them back on? Or yeah,
Toss them back on my back.
And then I roll over. Well, so I'm sitting there on my front side, right? And she's like massaging my thighs, and she's starting to get up by my butt.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I'm tensed up. I don't want somebody to touch my ass.
Get away from my cheeks.
Yeah, and so because I'm tensed up, she's like, oh, there's tension here. And so she's trying to get it out, and I'm not letting it get out because she's touching my ass. And I'm like... So anyways, make a long story short, she flips me over like a flapjack. And she's rubbing my face. And I'm like, okay, this is the better part of the massage, right? And I close my eyes because I'm not gonna dead straight just like stare her in the eyes while this is happening.
Yeah.
And so she takes her hands away from my face. She rubs them together like this and went wham on my cheeks.
What?
And she's like, time's up, and walks out the door. And I'ma just let you know, when you are basically down to your skivvies, I don't know if we were, I was in my birthday suit, I think. Straight up birthday suit type of massage. Or I had like
Smack the shit out
my
you.
undergarments. She molested both my butt cheeks, trying to get the tension out, and then whapped my cheeks up here, and I'm like,
She likes cheeks.
Bro.
And Gwen told us after we all left, she's like, "Oh, I was in a really nice room. It had cool mood lighting and music, and the guy was really nice. You know, it was perfect. It was a great day." And I was like,
I got my ass kicked.
I got my ass kicked, and I have a witness. Hannah was in the room with me. Okay, so I'm not making it up, man. But anyways, I get teabagged by a demon in the freaking interactive haunted house. Okay, I had to lay on a bed, and this demon pops out from the freaking headboard, and he is squatting over me. Well, like, my initial reaction when a whole ass human being is flying behind me is to try to get out of the way. Okay, face into the nuts. Face right in his nuts, man. I was like teabagged by a demon in this haunted house. Okay, I buy the Ric Flair to painting. We get out. We go back to the hotel or to the Airbnb. Obviously, we need to take a few drinks to like go to dinner. Dinner's at Dick's Last Resort, where they make fun of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I was really hoping that they were going to make my will to live much worse than what it was. They really didn't roast us that much.
It got to a point they were like, okay, we'll be nice to you.
Yeah, they were nice.
They did that to Kirsten.
They did that to me because I was not doing good when I was drunk for the first time.
She was getting drunk for the first time, was experiencing like, oh, I'm drunk now. And then they were being a piece of shit, and she's like,
Yeah.
And then they were like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need a water?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well.
I wasn't feeling good. I wanted
I've
to
never
throw up, but I couldn't.
I've never gone to a Dick's Last Resort and went the whole time there with them being a dick. It always breaks halfway through.
Yeah. This.
Like with Josh, he had the one guy jump out, or the girl jump out of the window.
I don't know how true that story is.
You know.
I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt, but
yeah,
but
I'll have to have him on here and we'll ask him.
yeah, I was. It was a good time, but it wasn't really like anything to write home about.
Oh, we'll have a grand fucking time if we have enough alcohol and enough shit talk. We'll be good.
I got my last part of the story though.
Oh, okay, got you. Sorry,
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We walk out. We're waiting for an Uber.
Yep.
And Gwen and Hannah are
Yep.
standing there in Indianapolis. Of course, they're not world travelers like we are.
Yep.
And they're like, you got to walk up and down the sidewalk so nobody weird comes up and talks to you.
What?
Right, that's what I said. I was
What?
like, so you're telling me I'm going
For
to
the Uber?
Oh, people are gonna think you're fucking weird.
I know, so I was like, I'm going to do suicides up and down the effing sidewalk to wait for an Uber? Like, that's stupid. No. So I stay in one spot, like a sane human person does, waiting for an Uber. Yep. This gentleman.
Oh, no.
He was, I don't know what the PC term is nowadays.
What?
He was an African
Homeless guy?
African American.
Okay. That's
All right.
fine.
He walks up.
Yeah.
And I was probably, Gwen got married in 19. So I was 19 at the time.
Yep.
19 or 18 or something. And he's like, ooh, yeah. you're pretty. And I'm like, thanks, man. I know. So he propositions me. He's like, how much do I have to pay you to fart in my face?
What? No.
I'm not lying.
She took it. That's easy money, man.
I have
You got a big old pooper going.
I have 3 witnesses for this.
Well, $10 later.
So I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, and of course I'm young, so I have my dignity still, and I'm like, what? No, I'm not farting in your face. And he's like, come on, $20, fart in my face. And I'm like, no. And he's like, come on. Like, you're beautiful.
Please.
Please fart in my face. And I'm
It'd
like,
be an honor
and I'm like,
to get that gas bomb.
Give me some of that turd stank.
I'm like, I'm not farting in your face, my guy. And Hannah comes running up because they're still doing their suicides. Hannah sees this interaction going on, and she runs up to him, and she's like, she's a minor. And he's like, no, she's not. I know a beautiful white woman when I see her. And he's just sitting there like eyeing me. Man's got a toothless smile, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm not farting in your face, my guy. Okay, move along. He moved along, and we got in our Uber, went home. And I'm gonna just say, if my bachelorette trip does not end with somebody getting teabagged by a demon and requested to be farted in the face, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
I will have this arranged
On that note,
where you will not expect it.
No, I don't want somebody to do it to me. I just want to watch it happen to somebody else. Like
Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Cooper
to me.
will volunteer as tribute.
Maybe.
I just want, honestly, I want you to try to, how we used
Get
to
a homeless guy to fart in my face.
No.
Oh,
If I get that on video. I honestly, remember how we used to get you to take pictures with random people on the
Yeah.
road? And like,
This is the
like
funniest
George
shit ever.
Strait?
Yeah, that
Toss a
fucking guy.
picture of George Strait. I want you to try to get as many pictures with random
All right.
people as you can.
There was this one girl that had blue hair, and they're like, "That's a guy." I was like, "No, it's not." And they're like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Because I could tell." And they're like, "It's a guy." I was like, "Well, let me go take a picture with him." I went and took a picture, and she was a guy, or she was a she was a girl. It was a girl.
edit.
But yeah, no, I love it. I love taking pictures
Yeah,
with
I'm ready
strangers.
for it
It's
to.
the best moments ever because they don't expect, because then you flatter them because they're like, "Oh, you want to take a picture with me?"
Yeah.
Sometimes they get all weirded out, but it's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, bro, I just want to take a picture with
The
you,
guy
Come
that
on
we
over
said
here, big boy.
that we said was
Get your
George
picture.
Strait.
bro."
Man's year was made.
Yes,
He was on cloud 9 that night.
it was at one of those line dancing bars,
Yep.
the cowboy line dancing shit, where any song apparently has a line dance. I'm like, y'all just making this shit up on spot and somehow making it look cool.
That's how country music is now.
It's weird.
Making it up on the spot.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We're not gonna go down that road though.
No. I think I sent you a TikTok of that. Bo Burnham making
Yeah.
fun of the country music.
Yep.
I guess last thing that I honestly forgot about until we started talking about, like, until you mentioned the whole guy asked you to fart in his face.
Yeah.
Was because Adam can be involved in this story too, because we need his side of this story. So there was a time we were in Houston, Texas. Me, Lexi, a couple other fellers. It was about 1 a.m. We decided to go to a strip club. I don't know why we went, but we went.
Okay, I don't remember this one.
Well, it may have been midnight. I don't know. But we were there. And at this point, I'm also clocked out, but I'm just here to sit and drink my $12 vodka Red Bulls that were stupid expensive, but I'll drink them anyway. We're sitting there. Then Lexi's like, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." All right, cool. 10 minutes go by.
See you later.
Who'd be calling me now?
20% battery on your phone.
That's all right. We're on the last story. 20 minutes go by. Lexi's not back yet. I'm like, how long did it take to go to the
Just 'cause
fucking
she
bathroom? Yeah. 30 minutes go by and we're like, where the fuck is Lexi at? And so I was the only one. I'll say this part. I don't think I told you this part. I got up and was like, well, I'm going to go look. And I like walked to the girls' bathroom and I was just waiting. Then a stripper walked out. I'm like, hey. I was like, hey, ma'am. And she's like, you want
lady in there?
Yeah, she's like, you want to dance? I'm like, no. Even better. Did you see anybody in there? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, could you walk in there, check all the stalls, let me know if my friend's in there. They walked in, walked out in less than 30 seconds. Nobody's in here.
That's because I got a phone call saying, I'm going back to the hotel. And I'm like, do you realize that there's like 2 interstates between you and the hotel? Nah, man, just walk down the street here. I'm going to get to the hotel. While I'm looking at the GPS.
I was also looking at the GPS.
Yeah.
And
Lexi was also drunk as shit.
from my
She
perspective,
was gone.
from my perspective, it said 2 miles. And to be honest with you, 2
By
miles
car.
2 miles doesn't seem like it's that far of a walk. It was 20 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a 0
I-
in that.
I saw 2, and I was like, green light, we're going.
So anyway, I get told she's not in the bathroom. So I'm like, all right. I started walking around the strip club. I found out there was a fucking swimming pool in the back.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, yo. Well, don't have time for this. Started looking all
Water
around.
aerobics, stripper
Side
style.
quest.
Bro, fucking, I had 2 strippers come up. You want to dance? I'm like, no, I'm busy. Fucking palm to the face. Get the fuck out of my way. Like, Then I go back to the table like, guys, Lexi's gone. What are we going to do? I almost said his name. The manager at the time was like, damn. Yeah, I'll take another vodka Red Bull and a couple beers. I'm like,
not surprise
what
me.
the fuck? So then eventually I told Josh, I was like, yo, we got to go. He's like, all right. I was like, she's gone. So she's like, do you know where she's at? I was like, no. So, okay, before we left, before we even were going to leave, I'm like, did she take an Uber? I was like, I don't know. She didn't tell us shit. So then they're all just like, she probably took an Uber. And luckily...
Oh, man, she took the Uber 2 foot.
Luckily, I opened up Snap Map. A mile down the road in the city, I'm like, okay, there she is. That was 5 minutes ago. Let me take a little, let me shut the app off, turn it back on, let's see what it looks like. Made it 10 feet. And I'm like, oh, she's walking. I told them,
That was in the process of her being on the phone.
yeah,
with
you
me.
guys were on the phone, and I'm like, I told the guys, like, yo, she's walking home. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, look.
How do you know?
Bro, luckily, you're so lucky Snap Map was on there. Otherwise, you would have been spending the night there, or all of our drunk asses would have been calling the cops. But anyway, we get in the car, we get the rental, and we're looking for you. And I'm on Snap Map like, oh, I see me now. All right, we're getting close. Turn right. Nope, left. Oh, she should be here any minute. We're on the street. Look around. She's looking. Everyone's looking out the windows like this. We pull her right past an alley. Like, oh, stop! There she is, putting up camp at a fucking dumpster in a fucking alleyway. And we're like, hey, get in the fucking car. She's like, no, I'm staying here. This is my home. So Adam, you were on the phone with her. What the fuck was happening?
She didn't tell me about the putting up camp part, though.
She was like,
I didn't have a tent with me.
She
in my
basically
pocket.
was like giving up.
No,
Like, this is my home.
She was like, I'm going back to the hotel, and I'm like, your hotel is over 2 miles away across 2 interstates. You ain't walking across it. Nah, it's just across the street here. It'll be fine. It's only 2 miles. And I said, it's 20 miles. No, you're wrong, man. You're wrong. and then I'm like, all right, I'm getting a hold of Cooper or something. Cause like, y'all need to go find her. Cause she just wandered in the streets. She's like, no, I know exactly where I'm going. Wakes up the next morning. Yeah, I was nowhere near the hotel.
All right.
I was just glad we found you on Snap Map because that was your savior.
I'm going to tell my story.
All right, yeah, what's your...
Tell my side. All right. Okay.
This is the last story.
This is my side. All right. To be fair, I hate strip clubs. All right.
Yeah.
My first experience at a strip club was not a good one.
Was this Dallas?
No, that was my second. My first one is whenever, I can't say his name, but it was a certain driver. He's actually a pretty cool guy, but he bought a dance from the stripper, and then the stripper was trying to he told her to dance on me, and I didn't. It was my first year on the road, like first show out.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in a chair like this, uncomfortable. After we had already...
Are you uncomfortable right now?
No,
oh,
like
okay.
uncomfy.
I got so worried. I'm like, bro, it's been an hour.
No,
Lord.
uncomfy to be in the situation of it.
Couldn't hold it.
Nope.
You know,
Not with her story.
Gone.
You see Rocky in the corner.
uncomfortable to be in the situation, right? And like, I didn't want to be there. And then this chick is like, and she was old, like probably 60s.
No.
Trying to put her titties in my face, and I was
This
like,
is for my kids.
and I was like, I don't want this man. And like I
My
told her, I
grandkids.
was like, just take like whatever money he gave you, just say you did the dance.
Yeah.
Say you did the dance.
It's easiest.
Like I don't want it, so
Yeah.
just I'm gonna refuse and go ahead and you just keep the money. And
Seems like a good deal.
she didn't take no for an answer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She forced herself upon me, and I was not a fan. And before
Assault.
before that, we got like yelled at by an African American guy to get in his Cadillac, and he just drove us to there. He wasn't an Uber.
Oh.
He was not. We were just walking, and then he was waiting for us outside.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm uncomfortable at this whole situation, man. I just want to go back to the hotel. This
Yeah,
is
at
my
that
first
point.
experience out on the road. Like, I was like, I don't like this, man. I don't know. Then my second one is whenever we were in Dallas.
Yeah, that one was kind of wild. It's my favorite strip club, though, honestly. I'll have to take Kirsten once.
And the lady forced herself on me. And she first off, it was really cool because she said that she could pick up $1 with her bits.
Oh, God.
So I was like, that's worth $1. To witness it, that's worth $1. I want to see it. I want to see this party trick. And she did it. So fair enough, she earned $1, right? And then she was like, trying to take our hands and touch her bits with them.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I walked away at this moment. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm all right. I saw what you did.
And she yells effing touch it and grabs my hand and like tries to shove it on her punani. And I'm like,
Ew!
I look at Cooper and the other dude that's with us, and I'm like, you have 5 minutes to be outside because I'm getting the hell out of here. And I left because we weren't even supposed to. We were supposed to be in South America that day. Like,
Yeah, our flight got delayed.
Yeah,
by
I
a
was
day.
mad. And so that was not a good time. So then this was the third strip club I was at, and the non-flashbacks were hitting me. So I just left. And I had explained to him that I was going to walk home, and from my point of view...
If you never left, this would have never happened, and you would have had a normal experience.
From my point of view, I saw 2 miles, and I was like, that's good enough for me. And I was like, it's got to be easy. I'll just follow the blue line on the deal. And I guess I must have got gassed at about a mile.
I'm just glad
sat
that...
down by a dumpster.
I'm just glad that Snap Map was like,
Yeah.
she's right here. And because I knew at the time you were constantly Snapchatting him.
Yeah.
That's what saved you guys. Snapchatting a lot saved her from some
was the
other
big-
homeless guy in Houston,
Yeah.
Texas.
That was the beginning of our
Asking to
relationship.
get farted in his
Yeah, like,
face.
hey, yo, fart in my face. But what time are we at now?
1 hour, 27 minutes.
This is the longest pod I've ever done, and we're gonna come to an end now.
All right.
All right, Adam and Lexi, I appreciate y'all I guess not tuning in, coming on the show. This is like the first official kind of show wise, I guess. But yeah, other than that, if y'all enjoyed, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Jesus.
Shut up.